Canceling a wedding is like mourning a future that will never be. I'm Eliza, and this is the aftermath of my broken engagement. The decision to not marry Michael was only the beginning. What followed was a journey of self-discovery, of picking up the pieces in a world that had been turned upside down by betrayal. In this chapter, I share the raw emotions of canceling a wedding, facing friends and family, and the struggle to redefine my identity. This is about rising from the ashes of a dream that turned into a nightmare. Chapter 5. I couldn't go through with the wedding. After I found out my fiancé cheated. In the aftermath of confronting Michael, there's this strange calm that settles over you. It's like after a storm, when the rain has stopped and the world is eerily silent. That's how I felt in the days following our confrontation. Numb, but with a sense of clarity I hadn't had in weeks. The decision to cancel the wedding was made. The confrontation had happened. But now came the hard part, dealing with the fallout. I had to face my family, my friends, and explain why there would be no wedding. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Telling my parents was particularly tough. They had been so excited for the wedding, so proud. I could hear the disappointment in their voices, even though they tried to hide it. They were supportive, of course, but I knew they were heartbroken. Heartbroken for me, for what could have been. My friends were a mix of angry and supportive. Some couldn't believe what Michael had done, others said they had always had their doubts about him. But they all rallied around me, offering their love and support. It was comforting, but it also made the loss feel more real, more final. Then there were the practicalities to deal with, the cancellation of the wedding venue, the caterers, the florist, the band. Each phone call was a reminder of the dream wedding that would never happen. And the dress, my beautiful wedding dress, now just a painful reminder of what should have been. In those days, I felt like I was living in a fog. I went through the motions, doing what needed to be done, but my heart wasn't in it. I was grieving, not just for the relationship, but for the future I thought I was going to have. And amidst all the chaos and the heartache, there was this underlying sense of embarrassment. I felt like everyone was looking at me with pity, whispering behind my back. The canceled wedding was now public knowledge, and I felt exposed, vulnerable. But as the days turned into weeks, I began to see things in a different light. Yes, I was heartbroken, but I was also resilient. I had faced the worst kind of betrayal, and I was still standing. I was starting to see the end of the relationship not just as an ending, but as a beginning of a new chapter in my life. I started to focus on myself, on my passions and interests. I reconnected with old friends, took up new hobbies, started going to the gym. It was like I was rediscovering who I was before Michael, who I was meant to be. And slowly, I began to heal. The pain and the heartache didn't disappear overnight, but each day it got a little easier. I started to smile more, to laugh more. I began to feel like myself again. But there was still this lingering question in my mind. Could I ever trust another man? After what Michael did, the idea of opening my heart to someone else was terrifying. I wasn't sure if I could do it, if I could ever let myself be that vulnerable again.